Today is flight day. I'm heading off to Dumaguete, Negros Oriental. I'm gonna miss this little poopy. I'm gonna miss you. Time to hit the road. Let's go to Naiya Terminal. I realized I just cut that video. I have to head off to Terminal 2. That's for domestic flights. My dog's going crazy. Spotty, no! Spotty! Spotty, quiet, quiet. Spotty, quiet. Wow, mad dog. Okay, are you relaxed already? Are you calm? And the time now is 10:22 in the morning, so we should be heading off. Oh yes, we finally made it to the airport that quick! There are so many people here. It's really incredible how just the economy has picked up in terms of tourism. So I'm pretty sure my plane's going to be full. We are boarding here at gate 16A and the plane is not going to be attached directly to the airport, so we will be taking a bus. So we board 30 minutes before our flight. Our flight's at 1:55 p.m. and then we land Dumaguete at 3:30 in the afternoon. This should be interesting. There has been an interesting announcement that's been made. There's a flight today going over to Iloilo, but it's been fully booked, or it's been overbooked, meaning there's more passengers on the plane than the plane's capacity. So I heard an announcement saying that they are looking for volunteers who are willing to take the next flight, or they also get the perks to, they have perks like getting a full round trip valid for 1 year. I guess it's only worth it if you only book one way, because then you have a free flight coming back to Manila. But I can imagine if you already planned your accommodations and everything is set, I don't know who would want to volunteer themselves. And the next flight that they're offering is, they said it's at 3 p.m. and right now it's only 12 noon. So, and I think that flight's supposed to be leaving anytime now, so they'd have to wait 2 more hours later on. I think the perks might have to be increased just a little bit to make it more enticing for someone to actually volunteer themselves. But right now I am at Terminal 2. This is the domestic area for people who are flying locally in the Philippines. But also this is exclusive to Philippine Airlines only. Oh, that's a different, literally every minute there's always an announcement. So you can see right behind me, there are so many people. Yeah, traveling around the Philippines is definitely picking up in terms of tourism and just domestic flights.
Calling the attention of all departing passengers on Philippine Airlines flight PR2143 bound to Iloilo. Give off their confirmed seat in exchange of the following good belongers. A round trip ticket valid for 1 year, a meal vouchers, a confirmed seat on the next available flight PR2145 which will depart at 6:10 and PR2147 which will depart at 3:05 this evening.
Luckily, right in front of me is the drinking station, so we are gonna head over and grab some purified water. I really love this feature. It's so helpful, especially since you can't bring in liquids. You can always refill your bottles here and you'll never go thirsty. I think they have hot and cold options. There you go. Cold, warm, and hot. was actually the option for me to take Cebu Pacific. On their website, it looked much cheaper. It was around 2,000 pesos, whereas Philippine Airlines was charging 4,000. But it's crazy because the moment I was checking out, Philippine Airlines or PAL actually ended up becoming much, much cheaper than Cebu Pacific. So it's a bit deceiving in a way. And what I love about taking Philippine Airlines is that they have their own airport or they have their own terminal that is completely dedicated to their planes, whereas in Cebu Pacific you'll be sharing with other airlines, which is not a bad thing. It's just going to be a little bit more chaotic, I suppose. And right now there's a lot more space here, and that's why I chose PAL, and it actually came out cheaper flying with PAL than Cebu Pacific.
So Philippine Airlines flight PR2140 Iloilo. Your flight for today is currently overbooked and we are looking for all of your passengers who are willing to give up the current seat and exchange of the following goodwill offers. Around 50 and valid for 1 year. A meal voucher. On your seat on the next available flight PR2145 which will depart at 6:10 and PR2147 which will depart at 8:05 this evening. Interested passengers who may approach any of your ground stop currently number 16. Once again, calling the attention of all departing passengers on Philippine Airlines flight PR2140 Dumaguete. Your flight for today is currently overbooked and we are looking for volunteer passengers who are willing to give up their current seat in exchange for the following goodwill offers. Around 50 and valid for 1 year. A meal voucher on the third seat on the next available flight PR2145 which will depart at 6:10 and PR2147 which will depart at 8:05 this evening. Interested passengers who may approach any of your doorstep here at gate number 16. Thank you.
Passengers, all the remaining passengers on Philippine Airlines. Flight PR2045 out for Catiglan, Dumaguete. PR2045 out for Catiglan, Dumaguete. You are now currently for the terminal through the number 70.
We are about to board our plane, Dumaguete bound. We are here in Manila right now, and you can already see all the people that are queuing right behind me. We are going to be in Dumaguete or Negros Oriental for about 3 months, and before you know it, we're going to be back in Manila again right in time for Christmas. But if you ask me, I absolutely love Negros Oriental so much because it's less developed, there's more nature, there's more fresh air. I think Negros Oriental is one of the most underrated places. I mean, it's pretty touristy enough because of the diving, but you have other things like waterfalls, cold springs, hot springs. You also have, there's just an abundance of nature and wildlife to explore there. So I'm very excited to be spending this time with you. Hopefully you'll join me in my little vacation or adventure there, and let's head out. I can see some passengers disembarking this plane, which we are going to be boarding shortly. And so after they all disembark, I suppose that's us boarding the plane en route to Dumaguete. We'll be boarding very, very shortly. I got a front seat. So the announcement a while ago was definitely right. I can see that there's so many people already boarding the plane, and we're not even halfway done yet. Time check, our takeoff is supposed to be at 1:55, and the time now is 1:53, so I highly doubt we are going to be taking off in 2 minutes. There's still passengers coming in and passengers sorting out their bags, so a little bit delayed for Philippine Airlines. So in terms of leg room, I'm not very tall. I'm only about 5'3", and there's probably about 2 inches, 3 inches there. So if you're any taller than me, say you were 4'4", 4'5", or even 6-footer, I don't know how well these seats are going to be comfortable for you. Clouds are looking very gray. I really hope the sky stays clear while we're flying.
Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino, welcomes you on board CRN 543, bound for Dumaguete. Our pilots in command is Captain Bermejo and Mr. Christine Roco. Our estimated flight time is 1 hour and 20 minutes. Dumaguete, mabuhay.
We shall now be showing you the safety features of this aircraft. Please watch the cabin crew nearest you. To fasten your seatbelt, push the ends together. To tighten, pull loose end of the strap. To loosen, tilt buckle and pull. To unfasten, lift top of buckle, pull free end to release. If you are with an infant, fasten your seatbelt and wrap your arms around your infant's waist. Your life vests are found under your seats or in the middle of your armrest. On water landing, remove sharp objects from your body. Slip vest over your head. Take tape around your waist. Push end to buckle. Pull waist tape to tighten. When outside the aircraft, pull down sharply the inflation cords at the lower end. If life vest fails to inflate, blow into mouth tubes. Push pin inwards to release air. Do not inflate your life vest inside the aircraft. The lamp will automatically activate when the battery is immersed in water. In the unlikely event that emergency oxygen is required, oxygen masks will drop from above you. Immediately grab the mask and pull firmly towards you. Put over your nose and mouth. Pull elastic band for a snug fit and breathe normally. Keep mask on until you are advised to remove it. If a child or other passengers near you need assistance, put your mask on first before assisting them. The emergency exits are clearly marked throughout the cabin. Locate the exits nearest you. These exits may be behind you. In case of power loss or smoke in the cabin, emergency lights and path markings will lead you to these exits during an evacuation. For further information, please study the safety card found in the seat pocket in front of you. In preparation for takeoff, ensure your seat belts are securely fastened, seat backs in upright position, large electronic devices like laptops and tablets stowed in your seat pockets, window shades opened, and your tray tables and footrests stowed. Once again, welcome to Philippine Airlines.
Station. Okay, so guess what? I had no idea that this flight comes with coffee. I mean, in other airlines, and not to compare, but when I fly with particularly, maybe I shouldn't compare. Yeah, I won't mention it. But Philippine Airlines does give a wonderful surprise. They offered coffee, water, and then it comes with like this little biscuit thingy, and there's no charge. Whereas with other airlines, you do have to pay for your snacks or your drinks. So it's such a wonderful surprise from Philippine Airlines. Thank you, pal. You've been amazing so far. The service is great. We left a little bit late, maybe about only 10 minutes, but that doesn't really matter. I'm really having a great time so far with my experience with PAL and the service that I got over at the airport when I needed help with my luggages. You can hire a port. If I'm not mistaken, I think I paid 50 pesos. And so that's absolutely, I think it's really worth it, especially if you're carrying a lot of luggages. And then if you need help with carrying more luggages, and let's say you have a medical issue or you have a PWD or you're a senior, you can always ask for assistance at the airport, and that's something they're willing to do. So total flight for this trip is about an hour and 20 minutes to be specific. So I shall see you when we land. And for those who know me, you know that I love my tea only with the milk. And so if I have my coffee, it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm a latte or a cappuccino type of person. So I'm only having my coffee with milk. Unfortunately, they don't have fresh milk, so they did give a pack of sugar and creamer. I'm not very ecstatic about creamer in general, but I'm very happy that they gave coffee, and I'm still grateful that they have creamer. So let's enjoy this. Little word of advice, I really have to use the toilet, but if you plan to fly with this airline, try to not drink too much liquid, because I don't know how I'm going to get out of my seat. There's literally no room for me to excuse myself, and I feel a little shy. So I think the plan is to have my coffee a little later on when I know we're close to landing. There's just no getting out of my seat. If you pick the window seat, yeah, you're pretty stuck here.
Mabuhay! Philippine Airlines welcomes you to Dumaguete. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft comes to complete stop and the fasten seatbelt signs are switched off. May we remind you to check areas around you for items you might leave behind. For passengers who need assistance, please remain left. Our cabin crew and ground staff thank you for flying Philippine Airlines. We hope that we've given you a safe and comfortable flight. Mabuhay!
Cabin crew, when ready, doors may be open. Welcome to Dumaguete. Stop.
So we finally made it. Contrary to leaving late at the airport a while ago, I know I mentioned that PAL was delayed. Guess what? We arrived spot on 3:30 in the afternoon, so that's pretty amazing. We're just waiting for everyone to unload. It's raining, and that's another thing. When we took off, the sun was out and shining, but now it is the opposite. It's drizzling. PAL does provide some umbrellas for us, so everyone's just waiting to get their umbrellas. There's a trike outside waiting for me with my sign. I feel a bit silly, like I'm not riding anything fancy. It's not like I'm riding a limo or anything, but yeah, I contacted my previous tricycle driver. His name's Kuya Guys, and he's gonna be outside waiting for us with a tricycle. Cool.
Oh wow, what happened to him? What's the injury?
This yours as well?
Ah yeah, that's mine. I was forgetting.
This yoga mat?
It is. I have to exercise. Okay, naman. Thank you, Kuya. Salamat. Okay. Ito ka naman. So far, so good. Alright.
Okay, so we made it to Dumaguete Airport. There's the plane right behind us. It's raining. What's nice is that PAL provides this umbrella because, yeah, it's pouring, but I'm so used to the weather in the UK, so this is like nothing for them. You just walk under this and it's no big deal. But there's going to be a tricycle driver waiting for us outside. His name is Kuya Guys, so let's wait.
Oo, pwede palagay na lang katabi kung okay lang. Hindi ko kaya bit-bitin eh.
Ay, paano kung nasa porter?
Actually, may tricycle driver ako sa labas. O sige pa, ano na lang. Thank you. Ayan, thank you.